Hey Scorpio, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. Welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're going to get into your reading and see what Spirit wants to talk about for you for September 2023. Appreciate all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, tips, and donations to my channel. Let's get into your reading, Scorpio. You have a pre-message here. You have the Two of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Some of you might be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have that in your chart. There's something you're trying to balance out in regards to how you are emotionally invested in something. Maybe you're also trying to balance out the energy that you put forward towards the things that you're passionate about. I feel like there's something you've been excited and motivated and inspired to do, but you're trying to like balance the energy, maybe before you take action or after you've taken some sort of action. Okay, let's get into your reading. Scorpio for September 2023. Scorpio, last shuffle. And I have another pre-message. All right, you have the Emperor. Some of you might be dealing with the Aries. You have the Nine of Wands. Underneath the Nine of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. And then the Queen of Cups also showed over here, but it was in the reverse. And the Page of Swords. This pre-message indicates there's something like you've made a decision and you're trying to stick by your decision. You're trying to like do what you've obligated yourself to, and you're trying to honor a commitment. You might be a little bit defensive about a new opportunity that you're wanting. So some of you, if you're in a relationship already, you have an idea of somebody else you want to offer an opportunity towards, but you're kind of like trying to keep that energy in check. Like, no, I can't do that. I have to focus here. I have to focus where I'm at. But there's communication you might have received or you're wanting to. There's definitely a lot of thoughts. And I feel like your intuition is telling you something. I feel like your intuition, like you don't trust it though. You think about somebody in like an emotional, fond way, but you try not to. Okay, well, that's good, I guess. Do what's healthy and good for you. Make sure you stay aligned with yourself, though. Make sure you're doing what's right for you. For some of you, I feel like you think about somebody, you want to communicate with them, but there's a feeling like they're not going to want to hear me out. They're not going to want to talk to me. They don't feel the same way I do. All right, last shuffle. Hold on. Okay, I lost that message. My bad. You have the Four of Cups, the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have the Page of Wands. You're passionate about communicating to somebody how you care about them, how you're invested in their energy, how you want to see something grow. But there was a hurt, a disappointment. For some of you, you just want to communicate to somebody how something about their side about or your side about something that involved your emotions at one point in time. The Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. You definitely want to communicate, but I don't know if you will, but you want to. You're passionate about this person. You think about this person all the time. It's like this repeating energy, this repeating cycle. There's passion, there's emotion involved, there's like intuitive energy. Let's keep it moving. Don't minimize yourself and don't reject yourself. You don't know somebody else is going to reject you if you don't reach out. It's like you're rejecting yourself so you don't get rejected. But for whatever reason, you keep thinking about this person. Closed mouths don't get fed. You don't know if you don't ask. But do what's right for you. Follow your intuition. Trust your discernment. Use your discernment. Trust your instincts. Yeah, I lost that one too. Maybe not. the World card, the Death card, there's definitely some sort of news cycle or something changing in regards to something that had once ended. Underneath the World card, you have the Seven of Wands, the Tower. You've been very defensive. I felt like there was a change that suddenly came about that have kind of put you on guard. You're defensive about that. The Death card, you have the Ten of Wands underneath it and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there was some sort of ending that you might not have necessarily wanted, but you're trying to figure out how to heal that energy. I feel like you've gone on an internal journey to experience the elements that caused the ending or the things that have happened since the ending. Okay. Last shuffle. One more. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Scorpio. Yeah, the Queen of Cups came out. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's going to be you. Crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. You're planning towards the things that feel grounded and stable. You're grounded and trying to plan for something that you're emotionally invested in. There's a lot of preparation, a lot of planning things out. I feel like there's something that, like, there's two elements for some of you. There's like, I'm emotionally invested here, but I'm connected and grounded here. So I have to focus on making that stable. But mentally, I'm going to keep on thinking about person, place, or thing that I'm emotionally invested in. Make sure that you're balancing your energies. If you're emotionally connected somewhere else, that's where you should be. If you feel grounded and stable somewhere, that's where you should be. Use your discernment. Trust your instincts. Don't put yourself in some sort of toxic internal battle. At a soul level, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You're wanting something to be grounded. You're wanting to create something that has the ability to move forward. The recent past, you have the Ace of Wands. So some sort of passion, some sort of excitement in your recent past. I was going to say your near future, but it's your past energy. So maybe something from your past is going to be resurfacing at some point in the future. Crowning energy. You had the Queen of Wands. Okay, there's a lot of preparation. There's a lot of planning for things. Let me get the rest of these cards out. We're going to get into your reading. Somebody sees more than you think they do. Final outcome. Final outcome. You might be like anticipating things, like how things are going to end, like what's going to happen. You know, you have your own intuition though. So bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups. A lot of opportunity, a lot of things going on, a lot of options. For some of you, you might have multiple partners or multiple options for the partner that you want. Let's get this. Okay, so yeah. Oh, okay. You have 3 of the 4 queens out here. 2 of them are in your current energy. 1 of them is in your crowning energy. There's a lot of preparation, a lot of planning, a lot of thought energy going into something. A lot of like dreaming and thinking about your goals, but I don't see action much. Maybe in the near future. Let's get into your reading. Last shuffle. Okay. Your current energy, you have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. crossed by the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And let's just get into the crowning energy too. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's something that you're planning for. You're trying to be strategic. You're trying to get things to align the way that you're inspired for them to align. But then it's like you're not acting on it. Like you're planning things, but you're not acting on it. And then you're thinking about, like, what are you passionate about? What are you inspired to move forward towards? What do you want to do? Like, what is the bottom line? What is the bottom line for some of you? Like, what does all this mean? Why am I having all these ideas and motivations to move forward? Why? What is it for? What does it mean? I feel like your intuition, your emotions, there's something on an emotional level that you just think about or plan for, but it's not something, maybe you can't put the effort behind it yet. And you're trying to focus on, like, how do you feel grounded? What's going to be long-term for you? Where's the most stability? Let's get. So you have the High Priestess sideways. You have the High Priestess sideways, the Queen of Pentacles sideways, the Emperor sideways. So there's something that your intuition is telling you, but you're not following, you're not paying attention to it, or you're not really, you're not doing as instructed. Like your higher self is telling you something, and instead it's like, no, I'm going to just focus here instead. But that other energy keeps coming in and keeps on, like there's something to it that keeps being there for you. And instead of following your intuition and trusting your intuition, it's like, no, I'm going to focus on my stability. I'm going to focus right here because there's some sort of commitment or obligation that you have, even though you don't want to have it. Not necessarily that you don't want to have it, but your energy is more pulled somewhere else. But you're in the connection that you're in. You're in the job that you're in. Let's say we're going to put it in jobs, okay? Because I feel like that's going to be easier for all of us to deal with. Your intuition is telling you that you're going to like this other job way better. You're going to like the work way better. It's going to be easier. It's going to come naturally. But you ignore that because, hey, I got to focus on the job I'm at right now. So I can't think about the job that I'm wanting to do. I can't think about what job opportunities are open in regards to that field. I have to focus right now at the job that I'm at right now. And I already made a commitment here, so I'm going to stay here. But you're still always going to think about that job that you want to do. You want to do what you want to do. At a soul level, it calls you at a soul level. Like, let's say you're working at Burger King or McDonald's or something, but really you want to be a pilot. So you're going to sit there and make your burgers, stuff the little things, take the orders. But in your thoughts all the time, it's like, if I was flying a plane and I just need to take that one class and I'm going to be the best pilot ever, I would do really good at that. That has better income, better opportunity. It's natural for you too. But you've committed to McDonald's. You have the obligation with McDonald's. So you're going to be at McDonald's dreaming about being a pilot. All right, let's get Spirit's advice for you. If you want to be a pilot, be a pilot. I don't know, maybe you need to go back to school or something. But anyways. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Just because you committed to something, if it's not grounded and stable for you, you don't have to stay there. Let's see. And it comes in the upright. So whatever you focus on, like, you can do what you want to do. Like, if you want to be at McDonald's and you want to be the best McDonald's employee there is, you can do that. Six of Pentacles. Do what you feel balanced in. Do what makes you feel happy. You have the Sun and the Nine of Cups. You can do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, your intuition, your dreams, your hopes, your thoughts, your desires, they're gonna be there for you. But wherever you feel balanced in, That's what you need to move forward towards. The wish fulfillment, the things that you feel clarity and joy and peace in, that's what you need to move forward towards. There is gain there as well. There is abundance there as well, even if it's not where you're currently at. I'm not telling any of you to go get a divorce or cheat on your spouse or anything if that's what this relates to. I'm just telling you to use your intuition, use your discernment at all times. And don't allow yourself to get trapped in your thoughts. And if you keep having a thought about something, why? Understand, why is it there? Why does it keep being there? This is an energy you've had for a while now. And just because you see something as making you super happy doesn't mean it's toxic, doesn't mean it's unhealthy. Just because you see it as your wish fulfillment doesn't mean that there's toxic energies tied up to it. I'm going to leave this alone because I feel like it's getting into a very gray area. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below. But I'm going to say before I move from here, follow your intuition, trust your instincts. If you find yourself keep on thinking about a person, place, or thing, and that's where your desire is, understand why. Understand why hasn't the energy dissipated? Because if it's just very temporary, it would dissipate. It wouldn't stay there forever. It wouldn't constantly be in the back of your mind for years and years and years. Okay. At a soul level, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You want to create something. You want to plant a seed somewhere and see if it grows. And with these energies, I feel like wherever you're inspired to plant your seed, I feel like it would grow. And I feel like it would grow very quickly, like you're putting miracle growth on the but it's not. It's naturally growing quickly. Your recent past, you have the Ace of Wands. I was going to say the Eight of Wands. So there might have been communication in the past somewhere that like really was tied up with your inspiration, your desires. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm going to get Spirit's advice for you in regards to whatever this is you're trying to grow at a soul level. Or even if you're not trying to, like you're wanting to, even if you're not putting, even if you're not putting energy or effort towards it. Spirit's advice. You have the Empress, the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles. So again, trust your intuition, use your discernment. There's something you're supposed to be receiving, but you've cut it off. And you're being independent, while you're being independent, while you're ignoring that intuition about growing something, you're still receiving the downloads, but you try to ignore it. They're like, I'm going to ignore that. There's a lesson in that, and I don't want to know what that is. So I'm just going to focus on my stability right now where I feel grounded, where I'm maybe for some of you where you're already committed, but there's a desire to build something and create something. So trust your intuition. You're supposed to receive something. There's something great, like amazing for you. There's something that you're supposed to or intended or wanting to receive, but you won't allow yourself to even look into that at all. You're keeping yourself isolated and restricted from it. So let's see, what would Spirit tell you to do? Spirit's advice. You have the Devil, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Pentacles. Whatever you see as being toxic, you need to see that from a different perspective because there is balance in it. There's balance for you by seeing things different in regards to what you think is toxic. For some of you, if there's something that you've been investing your energy into, and there's what's it called? Like somebody needs you and you need them for stability. Like it's not healthy. Like you might feel like I have to be with this person. I have to pay their bills. I have to do for them. But Spirit's advising you to see things differently to have balance for yourself. There might be a codependent relationship or something in your environment. You need to see things differently in regards to that. Whatever you're obligated to that's unhealthy, unnatural, it feels forced. It feels like you got to talk yourself into it or had to talk yourself into it. It's not as clear as you're trying to make it out to be. You're supposed to receive something better, but there's a lesson in this isolation for you about your independence. And this toxic energy, like you're seeing something, you're obligated to something out of codependency, or you're seeing something as being toxic for you, but you need to actually think of it and see it from a different perspective, because there's actually balance in there. Okay, we're moving on from that. Your crowning energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, the Queen of Wands. Wands. See, as Wands. So the Queen of Wands in your crowning energy. You think about something. You want to have this action forward, but you're still planning it. You're still imagining it. You're still fantasizing about it. You're passionate about it and you would like to see forward movement, but you're not doing anything about it yet. Or now you're not doing anything about it. I keep on hearing yet, so you're not doing anything yet. Maybe you will at some point. You have the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Okay, so this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's some sort of action you're planning for. And I feel like at some point, just like we're with that yet, there is going to be action forward. But that action took a long time to come about with this Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck. But ultimately, what causes that forward movement is because that emotional investment, that emotional energy, like you're passionate about it, you feel stable and grounded in it, you're emotionally connected, and you're planning something out, or like trying to focus on your stability, trying to focus where your passion is directing you. And I feel like it keeps bringing you back to the same person, place, or thing. And ultimately, you are going to take action at some point. Or maybe you're just thinking about, if I was to take action, how would it feel? And I feel like you feel like very, like, let's say this is the person that you fantasize about. And it's like, one point, if I was ever to take action, I imagine the relationship would be like very good, very healthy. There would be reciprocity there. Let's get Spirit's advice. I feel like whatever, like there's something you've been pulled towards that is like a magnet. It's like something like, I don't have it with me, but like when you get one magnet and you have the other magnet and they're not in opposition with each other, they're the way that they're supposed to go. Like you can have them close, but they like pull together. Like they don't repel. They pull it. Like even if you're close, it'll pull the energy. You just have to be like a little close, and then it'll like connect them automatically. So I feel like there's that energy here, but you hold it back. You hold yourself back. It's like, I know that's my other end of my magnet. So I'm going to avoid that energy. I'm going to stay away from them as much as possible, because you might already be committed and you're trying to do what's healthy. You're trying to like honor the commitment and the obligation. And I think that's good. It's healthy for you to make commitments and be respectful and honorable in those commitments. That's very good. That's very healthy. Everybody wants that. That's what you should do. Spirit's advising you that there's some sort of like this connection, whatever you feel like drawn to. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I just saw somebody attractive and I'm imagining life with them. No, I'm talking about for years, there's been something that has called to your soul at a soul level. And you constantly think about it, her, him, whatever this is. You think about this person, place, or thing. But you also distract yourself and tell yourself, no. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to intentionally, like naturally, you're doing something and the thoughts of this person, place, or thing come. And you intentionally have to be like, no, I'm not thinking about that. Why am I thinking about that? I'm not going to think about it no more. But it keeps coming, whether you like it or not. So that's what I'm talking about. The things that are calling to your soul and have been, and you can't get it to go away. There's a reason why it hasn't gone away, because it ultimately is your 10 of Cups. This is your person, but you're already committed or obligated for some of you. Spirit's advice. I guess that was it. Yeah, that's your wish fulfillment. That's your happy home. That's your whatever. That's why it keeps coming about. That's why it keeps coming to your energy. Your near future, you have the Fool card. So being optimistic about a new opportunity, being optimistic about a new start. What is this? You have the Three of Wands. You've waited for this for a really long time. You've been very patient. You might have prayed for this, but you definitely waited. There was a lot of patience involved in receiving or finally obtaining this new start. Like finally, so it took a long time to come, right? And you have the Hierophant. There's a commitment here. There's like learning something to take this forward leap of faith, understanding something more, being patient while something took a long time to come in, I guess. Anything else? The Page of Cups. Some of you, this is a relationship. This is a person. This is something that has called to you at a soul level, on an intuitive level, something that your intuition has been like helping you to kind of, you might not feel like it was a help, especially if it's something you were fighting against. I can't see. Yeah, he still thinks about you though. This is like definitely making me think about somebody. But you guys, both of you guys think about each other. This is not one-sided energy. Just like you think about them, they think about you. But somebody is already like, I feel like it's healthy. Like I'm committed here. I'm obligated here. I'm gonna focus my thoughts and energy here. But if something keeps on coming back and it's like, no, don't forget about me. Remember when, and it's not something that somebody is doing to you. It's something that your higher self is engaging with you on. There's something to be said about that. Why aren't you thinking about your current person? Why does somebody else still be in your thoughts if you can't be with this person? If you're not with this person, if you're with somebody else, why you keep thinking about somebody else? And it's been happening. So I feel like in the near future, Scorpio is going to have some sort of optimistic new start at something. Or there was a new start because they were finally optimistic and got out of their own way. There might be an apology. Whatever this is, there's a communication that's had. That communication leads to a victory and a success, even a higher level of commitment. And it's something that they had to wait for and they had to be patient for. Hold on, there's a little bit more. The Two of Pentacles, having balance. I don't know if I dropped it like that. Yeah, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. The King of Cups. Okay, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, I feel like there's this balance that's very much necessary. The balance is needed in order to bring in this new opportunity. I feel like there was a conversation that, like somebody had a conversation. Okay, so sorry, my eyes are not the greatest, and I forgot my glasses in the other room. I don't want to go get them. There's a I don't know if you guys have had a conversation, but somewhere in the past, somebody didn't speak their truth. Like, okay, I'm gonna tell my situation, not the whole thing. There was a situation I had that I should have spoken my full truth, and I didn't. And so I feel like maybe if I had spoken my full truth, then maybe things would have had a different outcome. By you not speaking your full truth, it changed the forward movement of something. But either way, somebody still wants to have this, like, and this is you too, like you and or your partner want to have this forward movement, because there's genuine, authentic emotion involved in this. And there's a lack of balance for both of you, that both of you guys okay, Scorpio, just like you're tired of thinking about this person and you don't want to, I'm trying to ignore it. They're trying to do it too. Both of you guys are like magnetics. Like, you guys feel that energy. You guys are pulled to each other, but it's like, it's not there. So I can't focus on that for your person. For you, it's like, I'm committed here. I got to focus here, but you can't quit thinking about that person. That person can't quit thinking about you. You have the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of unknown factors. Like, you don't know what you don't know. I feel like this person is more invested in your energy than what you are with theirs. Hold on. This person that you keep thinking about is more invested in your energy than what you think. And they're more invested in your energy than what the person in your current commitment is. Damn. I feel like this would be a really healthy, good, solid connection if you guys were finally to get together. If everything was out of the way, if you guys could go back and have that conversation where you guys weren't fully open and transparent with how you felt and what you wanted, I feel like you guys would have a very healthy, very like strong connection. Like this would be a good connection to have. But everybody's ignoring their truth. Spirit's advice. You need to evaluate something because there's a lot more unknown energy than what you know. There's things like you're confused about your emotions. You need to look at that. You need to figure that out. Why are you still thinking about them? Why do you still feel drawn towards them? 5 of Wands. There's argument, conflict, and fight. There's been opposition. But I feel like that opposition caused some sort of confusion. There's more that you don't know, and you need to evaluate it. You might be looking at something or someone trying to figure out the details, trying to understand something. Definitely, though, I felt like the conversation that was had in the past, somebody wasn't authentic. I know I wasn't because I didn't want to be like, I shouldn't tell you to take the picture down. You like, if you were done with that, you would take the picture down. I shouldn't have to say that. Like, but yes, I wanted the freaking picture to come down, even though I said no. Yes, but why would I have to tell you? If you were done with that, you would have naturally did it on your own. So because you didn't do it, I was like, okay, maybe he's not done with that. And clearly that's what it was. So just speak your truth going forward. Like if you ever get an opportunity to speak with this person again, speak your truth. Let them know, yes, I like you hurt my feelings, but I love you and I care about you and I'm interested in having this forward movement. If they ask to talk, then don't tell them no. Don't be too prideful. Like, don't allow your ego and your pride to dictate your future because that's not healthy. That causes you to be committed to connections that you're not committed to. And you might physically be committed, but emotionally, you're not. Intellectually, you're not. God, I swear. Okay. How do you see yourself as the 3 of Wands? You're very patient. You see yourself as waiting for something. Like, I got to fulfill this obligation until I meet my commitment. You're just waiting. You see yourself as waiting. You see yourself as patient, like stagnant, like you can't move forward. But that's like your own. It's your own. You did it yourself. The 2 of Swords in the reverse. I felt like you had clarity about something, Scorpio, and it aggravates you. It's like ignorance is bliss, and maybe you weren't ignorant. Maybe you're no longer ignorant. Maybe you found out some information that you wish you didn't know because that energy causes you to be like, okay, that was possible, but I wish I didn't know because now I'm just stuck waiting. Wondering what if, wondering when, and just waiting on something. Something had ended. You didn't want it to end. Something didn't work out. We're going to just say something didn't work out. You received the truth and clarity, but you wish you hadn't. You like ignorance is bliss. You wish you didn't know. Maybe you know your person's still interested in you. And you keep on thinking about them and you don't want to. You try to ignore it. You try to avoid it. So it's like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting in my connection that I'm really not invested in. I'm just waiting. It's kind of freaking depressing. The 5 of Cups upright. So just like you wish you didn't know something, that like having a, what the fuck? Maybe you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting and you've learned something about an ending. Is like, I wish I didn't know that. But now you're just waiting for another ending to take place so you can grow something else. So maybe you're waiting for your current connection to end so you can move forward towards what's pulling you all these years, all this time. Anything else? 6 of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. You haven't been able to let them go. You want to move out of this like conflict energy with them. And you're just waiting. You're waiting for the opportunity to do so. You're waiting for your commitment to be fulfilled so that you can move forward. Maybe you're waiting on your current person to like end the relationship so you didn't have to, so you can move forward in what you want to. Like you haven't been able to let this person go, and you would like to get out of the conflict with them. You don't want to argue with them. You don't want to fight. You don't want to doubt yourself anymore. You don't want to have conflict within yourself. Spirit's advice. Stop building towards the things that you're not invested in. You have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh my God, sorry, I forgot my glasses. It's confusing. So keep on focusing on yourself. Keep on having that stability within yourself, because ultimately at the end of the day, whether they come back or not, whether they are open to having the relationship or not, whether they're open to being honest with themselves or not, there's like you waiting around for somebody else that's not going to come, or that's stuck in their own ego and preventing them from coming, or can't realize their truth. That's not healthy for you. And that's why I chose to move forward myself, because me waiting on somebody who's confused with what they're doing and how they feel is not healthy for me. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for any of us, no matter how much we care about somebody. It's not healthy to leave yourself on the back burner waiting on them to figure out who they are, what they want, what they're doing. It's not healthy. So I expected like, okay, he's going to figure it out, and like he's going to learn his truth one day. But if I'm fucking 90 years old when you realize that truth, instead of in our freaking however old that was, that's not healthy either. And who knows, maybe not in this lifetime, maybe in the next. But I don't want to have a lot of lifetimes. I'm as old as I want to be. So don't allow yourself to sit here and focus on the energy with somebody that they're not even sure what they want. They're not able to put the action forward. There's a lot of planning things out, but they're not acting on it. They think about it and they imagine acting on it, but they don't actually do it. So don't hold yourself up waiting for somebody else. Don't sit there and put blind faith into somebody. Ask Spirit, what am I supposed to do with this? And trust your discernment. Use that energy as your motivation and your inspiration. Because it's cool to love somebody, but it's better to love yourself. And if they can't even figure it out, then, and if they've already committed themselves somewhere else, and that's where they are physically, even if they're emotionally and mentally with you, they're still not with you, but they're also not with that other person. They're like, they need to figure themselves out. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like I ran into this fool at the store and with her, and she didn't know who I was, but and at the time, like, okay, here's the funny thing too. Like, okay, so I got ghosted, and when I would call, they was like, oh, he's dead. Like, bitch, how like, with no emotion or nothing, but it made me cry. And she would like sit there and kind of, oh, are you crying? Like I'm a fool for crying. And then like later, so I like blocked all that energy out. So when I would run into him or he would call, I like something about me put blockers up, blockers and blinders. I was like, nope, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. No, that's not possible. But at the end of the day, years later, I got tired of ignoring how I felt. So then I had to like this come to with God. And I was like, okay, I can't keep on ignoring my feelings. Just like you can't ignore your feelings. They are there. They're always going to be there. So denying yourself is basically the same as somebody else denying you. So if you're going to lie to yourself, then that's not helpful. That's not healthy. So I was like, okay, I don't like how I feel. I don't like being interested in somebody that's not available, not here, that lies, manipulates. I don't know, but they weren't authentic. when he should have been, when he could have been, he wasn't. At times he was. When it was good, it was good. But then like having that confusion, his confusion caused me to have additional confusion. So that wasn't healthy. So I tried to block it out. But at the end of the day, I still felt what I felt years later. So you tell yourself, yes, maybe you don't like how you're feeling. Maybe you're annoyed with yourself by feeling something towards them still. And that's okay. It's okay to feel how you feel, but acknowledge it. Yes, my truth is that I'm very annoyed that I feel this way towards him, but yes, I do feel this way. And then once I had that realization within myself, I started to have all these freaking epiphanies. It's like, oh my God, I've ran into him multiple times. And like, it was just very interesting for me. It was very interesting. And then he told her one time, she was like asking if the baby would like something. And he's like, don't know, don't care. And I was like, he was very like, he's attractive. He's very attractive. And I was like, and at the time I was like, I don't understand why he kept looking at me and why I couldn't quit looking at him. But then like later when I had my epiphany, I was like, oh my God, that was him. That's why. There's something about his energy that just pulls my energy. And then like, so they walked by me this one time, and mind you, at the time I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was very attractive. Like, I don't know. So she fucking just cut me off. Rude as fuck. I don't like the bitch at all for multiple reasons. But then he was going to let me pass, and I told him to just go ahead and go because they're already in the connection, right? I don't want to cut in between that. So when he walked by me, I don't know why. At the time, I didn't understand why, but I wanted to just touch him. I wanted to like rub his shoulder, rub his back, just touch him. And then obviously I didn't because I'm not fucking psychotic. But then later when I was having this epiphany, like I had a lot of like realizations in that moment when I finally acknowledged my truth. Like if he chooses to ignore his truth and not speak his truth and like just like whatever, that's on him. But for me, yes, my truth is that I still have an interest there. Yes, I still want to know that he's doing well. So get to know your truth and accept it, even if you don't like it, because that's what I did. I don't like that I feel this way, but yes, I do feel this way. And then I had all these epiphanies. So then at the same time, like, why would he tell? And looking at me, don't know, don't care, to see my response to his answer to her. So he's obviously interested in you too. Like he was like, why would he care about my opinion? He fucking ghosted me. But he does that, like he does. Even though he won't do nothing about it, there's something there. So allow yourself to speak your truth, to know your truth, even if they're denying theirs. And don't allow yourself to be held back either. Follow your intuition, use your own discernment. You're nobody's little toy to be put on a shelf and be picked up when it's convenient or for their entertainment or to build their ego, whatever it is for you. I know. It's very frustrating. I have the same thing. Mine was 23 years ago. In 2000, that's when I had met him. And still in 2023, I'm fucking thinking about him. I got ghosted in 2000, maybe the beginning of 2001. But a long time ago. And it's annoying for me that his energy hasn't left yet. And like, you physically left. Get the fuck out of my thoughts. Get out of my emotions. Like, I've gotten married and divorced since then. But he's always on the thought of, like, he's always in my mind. Always, every fucking day. So own the energy. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't deny yourself, because that's not healthy either. If he wants to be unhealthy, that's on him. But you cannot be unhealthy sitting there denying your emotions, denying your thoughts. If you keep thinking about this person, it's for a reason. Especially if it's 3 years later, whatever it is, there's a reason behind it. And maybe you're never going to see him again. Maybe you're never going to have the opportunity to have those conversations, to clear things up. Like I called this motherfucker and he's like, no, that's not me. And I was like, okay, well, have you ever lived X, Y, and Z? No, never. And he never used to say never. He always was that type to never say never. But he's saying never now. So, and then why are you going to lie? Just like, whatever. Like, let them be the liar. Let them like stick in the dark intentionally. That's on them. But for you, so that you can know that you did, like, not even know, so you can know, just to be healthy. Speak your truth, live your truth, acknowledge how you feel, even if it's annoying. Like, I swear to God, I would tell God, I don't want to think about him no more. I would get crystals to try and help me release his energy, and it fucking went nowhere. Like, I still think about him every day. It's annoying. It's very annoying. But I also was able to, like, and I feel better too. Like, it doesn't hold you up so much. When you sit there and you deny, okay, I don't care about them either. I'm not thinking about them. And here comes a thought, nope, I'm not thinking about them. Like, that's toxic as fuck. And it feels like you're just like being drowned in quicksand. But once you can acknowledge, like, okay, my truth is that, yes, I'm very annoyed that I feel anything for them still, but yes, I still feel something. Then it helps you to come out of the quicksand. You're still going to think about them, but it's not so, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you chose to hear your own voice instead of ignore yourself. You chose to tell yourself the truth instead of lying to yourself. And that's going to help you to release that energy and to heal. Maybe not to the point that you're no longer thinking about them. Like, I'm comfortable with the fact now that I'm always going to fucking think about this person. And that's annoying. But the fact that, like, okay, I can accept, like, I still care about him. I still want good things for him. So when I think about him, instead of being like mad at myself that I'm thinking about him, I wish he's having a good day. I hope he has balance in his life today. I hope he can recognize his truth. And then maybe by you doing that, that's going to help ease something. Because obviously you guys are connected. Your energy is connected in some way, shape, or form. The fact that they still think about you and you still think about them, no matter how long it's been. Well, not no matter how long. If this is like a couple of days or a couple of months even, I wouldn't put that much weight on that. But if it's been years and even decades, then there's something to say about that. So when they're thinking about you, they're ignoring it, they're avoiding it, they're pushing it away. They can't speak their truth. They can't acknowledge their truth for whatever reason. But it's okay. You can. You can tell yourself, yes, I'm annoyed that I'm still thinking about them, but I do care about them, and I hope they're having a good day. I hope their children are having a good day. I hope that their wife is having a good day. I hope they're able to settle their energy and to, like, be healthy in their situation. So just send them love and light the best way that you can, and acknowledge how you feel, because that's the most healthiest way to do it. And you're going to have epiphanies and clarity and truth even more so when you can do that. Okay, let's move on from this. How other people see Scorpio. You have the Two of Pentacles. So somebody sees if, like, I'll be able to have balance with you. You'll balance me. Like, it's mutual energy. It's mutual reciprocity. There's mutual benefit for both of us acknowledging something. The Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. There was supposed to be a victory here, but there wasn't. It's that energy, right? Like, okay, you can't speak your truth. I'm annoyed that I'm still thinking about you, but I'm going to send you love and light anyways, because I do care about you and I want good things for you. There's like, maybe, okay, there's this victory, like for Scorpio. For Scorpio, somebody sees you as like, there's balance here. Like, there's the ability to have something balanced. There's reciprocity here. But there's a shallow victory or an empty victory in this, an empty success. It's like me sending him love and light when he doesn't even fucking know I'm thinking about him. Then he doesn't need to see that. There's a victory in that for me. That there's like, nobody sees that victory, right? Nobody sees that. But my energy, sending him positive energy, is helping him in some way, shape, or form, even if I can't see it. Let's get Spirit's advice for the person. Okay, they have the Eight of Swords, not seeing things clearly. Somebody's trapped in their thoughts, not seeing things clearly. Ace of Swords in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. There's not supposed to be communication here. Like, somebody's trapped in their thoughts and they, like, do what you need to do to release the energy. It's not healthy. It's not going to evolve to anything. There's lack of clarity. There's a lack of conversation. There's a potential third party involved in this. You don't want to be in a third party connection just so you can be with the person you love, because that's not love either. If they can't invest in you enough to be solely committed to you, don't waste your energy. Just send them love and light, and they don't even need to know about it. hopes and or fears is the devil. I feel like Scorpio has a concern of like toxic energy. Like I can't commit there. I have, and then the Hermit. Yeah, they might have felt like there was like a toxic energy in the connection. They might have felt like if their forward movement, they're gonna be like maybe Scorpio had this feeling of like, if I commit here, I'm gonna be obligated here and I'm not gonna see anything else but this person. I'm gonna become obsessed. So instead, I'll rather be in isolation. But during this isolation, Scorpio's learning something for sure. The World card and the King of Wands, Cancer, Scorpio, or what the hell? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo. There's something with the devil. You could have Capricorn. There's something here like feeling restricted, feeling obligated and bound to somebody. They'd rather choose their own self. They'd rather be independent. But during this moment of isolation where they're in their own energy, they're going to learn higher lessons. They're going to learn something more deep, something important. It's not just, 1 + 1 is 2. No, it's like the pi of something, or I don't even know what that's called, algebra. Like instead of basic math, they're learning algebra. They're learning something, not even math. It's like at a soul level. They're learning more about themselves during this moment of being in isolation. Also, there's a change coming in regards to how they act, or there's a change coming in that's going to allow them to act on what they're inspired for, act on what they're passionate about. I feel like somebody is scared to be obsessed with somebody, but I feel like they already are, whether they acknowledge it or not. Like if you keep thinking about somebody, like I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with him, but obviously if I think about him so fucking often, there is a element of obsession there some way. So what the fuck? Anyways, I feel like there's going to be a change. Like maybe there's a move that's going to come in. There's somebody that's going to learn, like Scorpio, this is Scorpio's reading. Scorpio is going to learn something at a higher level by this isolation, being in isolation. And sometimes being on your own is the best energy for you. Sometimes your own energy is better for you than any other energy that you might be around. And that might be why you're alone at moments, because that's the best energy for you. When you have people around you, you're being distracted from that internal growth, from that mental processing, from that dark night of the soul energy. But going through this experience, going through these lessons, it's going to help you to learn things differently, to experience things differently, to grow and to start to act on what you're inspired and motivated about. Final outcome, should things remain the same, you have the High Priestess. So your intuition is definitely on point at the end of September, if no other time. No, but I feel like in general, Scorpio definitely has good intuition, but I feel like it's more like leaning towards planning for the worst instead of the best. The 10 of Wands, upright. Your intuition has been telling you for a long time something. And it's your burden to carry if you choose to ignore it. The 5 of Swords. I felt like there's something like you fought yourself about something for a really long time, about your wish fulfillment. Isn't that going to be a pain in the ass? Like, oh, that's my wish fulfillment. That is my person. I would be happy there. But instead, nope, I'm going to doubt myself, and I'm going to just like doubting yourself, fighting against your intuition is unhealthy. When in fact, if you would have did what your intuition would have told you, you would have had truth and clarity and wish fulfillment and healing and abundance. The 7 of Swords with the 7 of Cups. Some of you Scorpios, you have too many opportunities than what's good for you. Opportunity can be a good thing. It depends on how you use it. So like too much opportunity for somebody is not a healthy thing because they don't know where to focus their energy and they end up being deceptive in some way, shape, or form. Spirit's advice for the final outcome. Spirit's advice for final outcome. You have the Three of Swords and the King of Wands. All right, your action has caused some sort of heartache and disappointment. And your intuition is telling you that, and you don't want to acknowledge that, so you try to avoid it. But at some point, you're going to have to acknowledge it. And you're going to have to sit with your hurt and your disappointment. You're going to have to acknowledge your feelings, whether they're warm and fuzzy or not. I feel like Scorpio always expects the worst, tries to plan for the worst. Four of Cups. Yeah. Leaving somebody out and abandoning somebody, rejecting somebody, you really genuinely cared about this person. You were passionate about forward movement. You wanted to take action, but there was heartache and disappointment, and now you just missed them. I feel like your action was done out of spite, possibly, and that caused some sort of heartache and disappointment for you and or your other person. I feel like that's causing you guys to both miss each other. And again, it's important to acknowledge how you feel, whether you like it or not. Yes, I miss this person. Yes, I feel betrayed. Yes, I'm not proud of what I did, but acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge your truth. Walk away from the things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling for you and no longer stable. Communicate your passion, right? So funny, we started with the King of Wands, and now we're ending with the Page of Wands. So that's adult energy going into like young energy. I feel like there's something, it could have been a whole lifetime lived of sitting in your energy, feeding your ego, doing what was right for your ego. But I felt like that led to hurt and disappointment. And now you're trying to acknowledge the fact that, you're trying to ignore what your intuition is trying to get you to acknowledge. And I feel like by you walking away from things that are like acknowledging that you miss somebody, acknowledging that you wish you hadn't done what you did, acknowledging that because nobody's perfect. I wish I hadn't done that. And walking away from the things that aren't emotionally fulfilling for you and that are not stable. I feel like it allows you to like restart something that you're passionate about, that you're really genuinely interested in and have this desire to move forward in. Let's see. All right, let's just get general advice for Scorpio. Okay. You have the Magician. But I'm not going to lie, when it first came out, it was in the reverse. But I flipped it and it came in the upright. So Spirit's advising you to acknowledge the fact that you want to create something. You're trying to manifest something, but you're like at a soul level. You want to manifest something, but at a physical level in like the 3D, the 5D, whatever, at a soul level, you're wanting to manifest something, but like in your day-to-day, you try to ignore it. The Spirit's advising you to be honest with yourself and be authentic, be sincere with yourself. Just like you want people to be honest with you, be honest with them, and be honest with yourself first and foremost. Spirit's advice for Scorpio. Spirit's advice. You have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. When you're sitting there and you can't sleep and you're finding yourself thinking about like negative energies, thinking something isn't possible, be defensive about that. You're doubting yourself a lot more than you need to. You might think that something isn't possible when in fact it is. So both of these cards, you have 9. You got 2 9s right here. 9 speaks about power. 9 speaks about owning your power, right? Standing in your power to manifest what you want to manifest. Be honest and genuine, sincere with yourself, even if it's hard for you to recognize. Even if the truth hurts, the truth is always better. Like for me, I always say I'd rather somebody tell me the truth and me deal with that disappointment at first than string me along with a bunch of bullshit and lies, and then I have to find out at the back end. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with the other people involved. Own your power. Knowledge is power. I heard something about loyalty and faithfulness. the 10 of Wands, the Page of Cups, Judgment, 6 of Swords, the 4 of Wands. So you've been carrying a burden for a while because you refuse to acknowledge your truth, or you refuse to speak a truth in regards to something that wasn't fair. But by speaking your truth, it's going to allow you to be free to move on and get out of your thoughts. Stop doubting yourself. Get out of conflict that you have with somebody. And that's going to create stability. That's going to create a healthy environment for you. So it's important for you to use your intuition, use your discernment at all times. Speak your truth to yourself and everybody else. Stop denying your truth. Like, if your energy is gravitated towards somebody, see what it's about. Don't force the energies. Don't, especially if you keep thinking about them for years, and just see what that's about. There's a reason it's there for years. If it's there for years, it's there for a reason. But who knows? Maybe you just having this conversation with them, or with yourself even. Just be honest with yourself. Stop doubting yourself. That's going to allow you to get out of conflict and opposition within yourself, first and foremost. You're not wanting to argue with anybody. You're not wanting to pursue any... Hold on. There's a burden you dealt with for a long time. There might be communication coming in. Spirit's advising you the burden that you've been carrying that's not yours, or that's not necessary for you to carry. You need to have truth and clarity in regards to releasing that. There's something that was unfair at one point in time that needs to be acknowledged in order to be released from that energy, in order for you to feel better about yourself or the situation. And once you can get out of your own way and stop doubting yourself, stop discouraging yourself, stop demotivating or devaluing yourself, then there's going to be stability for you in your home environment. You're going to feel grounded. You're going to feel secure and stable within yourself because you stop doubting yourself, because you stop resisting. Like me, right? I don't like how I feel, but yes, I feel that way. And that helped me to release a lot of stuff that was unhealthy. And it's still annoying, but at least I'm honest with myself now. So just be honest with yourself. That's how you have stability. That's how you move forward. Instability. Your last card ending is and right now I'm seeing a 10 right here on the clock. There is something grounded and stable and intended for you, but you have to first put the work in, and it's really not a lot of work. It's heavy lifting emotionally and mentally, but it's not hard. It's just you got to swallow your pride and ego, step aside for a minute so that you can have righteous gains, whatever that means. All right. This has been your reading, Scorpio. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Be kind to yourself and to others as much as possible. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below. Yeah, Monette. I think that's Moneta. Sorry, my vision sucks. I'm going to go grab my glasses before I do my next reading. All you can do is acknowledge your truth. Waiting for somebody else to be honest, you could wait forever. Don't hold your breath. You're going to run out of air. You're going to turn blue. But if you're honest with yourself, that's all that can be asked for. And when you think about this person, send them love and light. If they're not able to do it for you or for themselves, that's fine. Because some of us are more mature than others, and some of us have healed better than others or more than others. So acknowledge yourself and continue to send them love and light when you're thinking about them, and be honest with yourself. Yes, I'm feeling this way. I don't like it. I'm annoyed by it. I don't understand why I'm still feeling that. That was my thing too. I don't understand why I'm still feeling this. I don't understand why he chose to do what he chose to do. But it is what it is. So don't allow your energy to be minimized, and don't be anybody's victim either. Don't lie to yourself. If they choose to lie to themselves, that's on them. You can't control that for them. But while you're praying for them, while you're thinking about them, pray for them. I'm sending them lots of love and light. I hope they're having a good day. I hope he's finally able to recognize his truth. I hope his life is blessing him today. Whatever it is for you, like, let that energy go towards him. He's going to receive it. I can't see that. I don't know why that heart's in the way. I don't have to talk to him. I can't see the end part of your, the part of your sentence right there. So it says, I don't have to talk, I'm assuming, to him, though, right? No, you don't have to talk to him to be able to, like, I don't know if he's even open to it. Like, when I called who I called, they straight lied. And I knew they were lying too. And he wouldn't hang up. Like, if I got the wrong number, why don't you just tell me I got the wrong number and hang up? He didn't. He waited on the phone, and I asked questions and he answered them, but not honestly. And he was the last one to hang up. And then he blocked my number, so I know it was him. So people can't always acknowledge their truth, and that's cool. But no, you don't have to physically talk to him. Just like I'm not talking to him. I'm never going to call him again. Never. I'm not going to put my energy and my effort out there like that. But I've acknowledged the fact that I still think about him, whether it's annoying. It's not whether, it is annoying. I don't understand it. But instead of now, I'm like, the other day though, I'm not going to lie, because he has children. I hope, and I don't know, because she's innocent. Like, his daughter didn't do nothing. But I hope there's something in his life someday that allows him to acknowledge his truth, that causes him to face his truth and his lies. But I don't have to actually physically talk to him. Just like my energy is constantly reminding me of him, I know his is doing the same thing with me too, because the interactions that we've had, even though I didn't acknowledge it at the time, even though I didn't understand it. Like, when we were at the store, like, he stared at me until it was time to, like, go into a different aisle. And even after they went into a different aisle, he was on the opposite end of me in the next aisle, and I felt his energy there. But I couldn't confirm it until his, whatever she was, came and asked him if he was ready to go, and why is he standing right there? What is he looking at? And nothing. So I know that there's something still about my energy that pulls him. And for sure his energy still pulls me. But I can't do anything about it. Like, you can't, if the other person's not willing to, you can't do anything for them. Like, you can't go take the test for somebody at school because they didn't want to do all the things, like help them study and all that, great. But when it's test day, you can't go take their test for them. You have to take your own test. So for me, yes, spirit is working on me with acknowledging my truth, whether I like it or not. So yes, I feel how I feel, and I don't like it. It's annoying. But I hope he's having a good day. I hope he's ready to release his toxic energy and recognize his truth one day. You don't have to physically talk to him in order to send him that energy. Just like he doesn't have to physically talk to you to send you his energy. And I guarantee you, if you're thinking about him this often, this much, he's also thinking about you too. But don't give your power away to a reading, a reader, anyone, or anything else. Own your power, do what's right for you, be in your discernment, and send them love and light when you're thinking of them. When their memory comes to you, when their energy at all comes to you, send them love and light. And try to sound like, send it, like, go towards the light. The spirits, send them towards the light, right? Release me and go towards the light. Be in the connection you're in, and stop investing in my energy, and stop thinking about me, so I can hopefully stop thinking about you. No, and don't. Yeah, nobody wants to be in a third party connection. And if there's any interest in somebody else outside of that connection, they're really not in that connection. But it doesn't mean that you have to feed into it either. Like obviously he chose what he chose, so he didn't love me. Not in a healthy way, at least. And if he chose me while he was supposed to be with her and said that they weren't together, then obviously he didn't love her either. So if he doesn't love either person that he's with, then that says a lot about them. That says a lot about them loving themselves, them being able to recognize and live and reveal their truth. And it says a lot about their growth and their character. So no, don't be somebody's third party. That's not healthy. I don't judge. I love you and I support you and I appreciate you no matter what. But you deserve somebody who's going to authentically love you. So try to release their energy, especially if they're not around, right? Like, there's a difference between you physically died and you're not here anymore and I still care about you. I have that experience as well. Versus you chose to fucking do some dumb shit and that left me, both of us, sad and disappointed and expecting I'm going to just wait around. No. So live your truth, speak your truth, and don't allow yourself to become a victim to anybody. Don't be anybody's other option. You're the one option or nothing at all. So yes, he needs to get rid of that energy if he chooses to come towards you, especially like, because you deserve better. You don't deserve to be an option or an opportunity or somebody's time filler. Like, you're somebody's choice. So when you think about him for your greatest good, send him love and light and release the energy in that moment the best that you can. The next time it happens again, because it's going to happen, it's going to keep happening. I've accepted it. It's been 23 years now. I'm sure it's going to be another 50. Whatever it is, love yourself first and foremost. Just because you care about them doesn't mean that you have to love them more than you love yourself. Also means you don't have to lie to yourself as well. I love you, but I love myself. I hope the best for you, but I hope the best for myself too. And I deserve a connection that's authentically here, that shows me and tells me and makes me feel that they genuinely care and that their actions line up with their words and vice versa. So if they're not giving that to you, don't let them in. Don't put your guards down. Don't be somebody's option or other opportunity, because you deserve better than that. It's okay to love them, but you still love yourself too, first and foremost. So it is what it is. You feel how you feel. You like it or not, but don't allow somebody else to make you their victim or make them like, don't be nobody's third party. And I like the way you're thinking. I like the way that, like, yes, you feel that way, but you're not going to be somebody's third party. You're not going to invest in it in that way. So keep that up. I appreciate you. Thank you for like acknowledging this situation, because this is something, like, I'm telling you, every fucking day I think about him and it's annoying. And it's annoying that other people are having that experience, but at the same time, it's like kind of comforting. So hopefully you can find peace and that you're not the only one who's having those feelings, those experiences. I love you. I appreciate you. You're stronger than you know, and you deserve much better. So keep on doing what you're doing. Appreciate yourself first and foremost. You have a big heart to be able to love somebody through the pain, love somebody for that amount of time. Like, you have a huge heart and you're valuable and you're important. There is going to be somebody that comes along, whether it's them or not. There's somebody that deserves you. And you deserve them. You deserve somebody who's going to be authentic and who's going to love you like you need to be loved. You're not somebody's option. You're the option or nothing at all. So acknowledge how you feel and don't fight against it. Don't lie to yourself just because they like to lie to themselves. It is what it is. You can't go to test day for them and take their test on that day. But when it's time where spirit comes and asks you, did you speak your truth? Did you live your truth? Did you do the best for you? Yes, I did. I didn't like it. It was very uncomfortable, but yes, I did, to the best of my ability. And that's all that we can ask for from ourselves, and God asks of us too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end that here. The next reading is going to be Sagittarius. I'm going to try to get through my September readings as much as possible today. So I'll be back on here if you have Sagittarius in your placement, and then I'm going to do some more signs after that. So I'll be on here if you want to get back on here. If not, I'm sending you lots of love and light. And make sure you love yourself first and foremost. You're worthy. You're abundant. You're blessed more than you acknowledge. Love you. Appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can get that information in the description box below. And from time to time, I do free personal readings for my subscribers. So don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Love you. Bye.